Hello boys and girls, welcome to Mrs. Bandu's Math Movies. This is lesson 6-7 for my course 2 class, applications of percent. So our objective is to find and estimate solutions to application problems involving percent. Okay, so one of the things, or a new term that we might need to learn is commission. Okay, so commission basically is a commission rate which is going to be a percent, by the way, times the amount, the total amount of sales, or the sales on which the commission is computed. Okay, so this is for like people that get, commission is almost like a bonus, although commission is usually thought of as being part of a salary that's earned over a shorter period of time, whereas a bonus is often earned, same concept, but earned probably over a longer period of time. Many salespeople work on salary plus commission, so they'll get a base salary, and then they get paid extra by how well they performed, how much dollars their sales amounted to. They get a percentage of that as commission. Okay. We'll be using that down here, not on our first example, but we will be using it in a bit. Okay, finding sales tax. A video game costs $34.98. The sales tax rate is 5.5%. How much will you pay for the video game? Okay, in this case we need to figure out two things. The amount of the tax, which is, again, it's a percent problem, all right? And then the cost plus the tax is going to equal the total that you end up paying. Okay, so you want to be sure that we consider that. Okay, so again, we're going to do the whole is this part. So remember, percent times whole equals the part. So the percent is 5.5%. We write as 0.055 times the whole of $34.98 is $1.92 to the nearest cent. I believe in the calculator, if I did this correctly, you get 1.9239. It said nearest cent, so the cent is here, in the twos place. The 3 says the 2 stays as it is, so $1.92. So what I'll take then is I'm going to take the cost, the price of the game, $34.98, plus $1.92 in tax to give me the total of $36.90. So you will pay $36.90 for the video game. Okay, and literally this is what your when you go to purchase things in the store, the registers are programmed to do this computation for the store clerks. Back in the dark ages, people used to had a chart, or they had to do it by hand. Because even in the really dark ages, we didn't have calculators either. So, okay. Estimating a tip. Use estimation to calculate 15% for a tip of $34.50. Okay, so let's walk through our thought process here. And this is a little bit like the one where we were using mental math. It's kind of combining the mental math thing we did a couple of sections ago, and also then estimation as well. So it's combining those two together. So the first thing I want to do is $34.50 rounds to the nearest dollar of 35. Okay, now the next part says find 10% of the bill, because remember 15% is 10% plus 5%. So I'm breaking it apart, and I'm going to show you why as we go through this, why we want to think of it that way. Okay, first of all, remember to get 10% of a number, that's really easy. We move the decimal point one place to the left. So this gives me 3.5. If you're writing in dollars and cents, you might put in the 3.50 there. You can save it for later. Okay, so that's the easy part. Now, 5% is half of 10%. So I can take this amount, 350, and multiply by a half, or divide by 2. So a half of 350 is $1.75. Okay, so 350 I don't have much room, so I'm just going to write 3.5 plus 1.75 tells me that I'm going to add the 10% and the 5% together, those amounts, and that gives me 525. So a 15% tip on a bill of $34.50 is about $5.25. And 15% is kind of the universally agreed upon percentage for adequate service. Okay, so doesn't mean you can't tip more. You probably don't want to tip less unless there was a huge problem. Just because that's kind of what we do in our society. Okay. I'm going to move on to our next question, our next example, number 3, finding a commission. Now, the commission is the amount of extra pay that you get on some sales. So remember, commission is going to be the commission rate, and I'm going to abbreviate here, commission, C-O-M, which is going to be your percent, times the sales. And that's the commission, or the commission amount, if you want to think about it that way. Okay? So find the commission on a $300 sale with a commission rate of 8.5%. So again, I need to take 8.5% and write it as the decimal 0.085, multiply by the sales of 300, and I get 25.5. Okay, and again, this is just reminding me that I need to convert the 8.5% to a decimal before I multiply. So the commission on the sale is $25.50. Okay, because it just asked for the amount of the commission. Okay, our next one really ought to say find total earnings, because that's what we're looking for. Find the total earnings for a salesperson with a salary of $550 plus commission on sales of $1,485. Okay, so I do have to find not only the commission, this is a couple of steps here. I need to find the commission, and I need to find, then from that I use that to find total earnings. Okay, so total earnings is the salary plus the commission. Let T equals total earnings, so T equals, the salary is $550, and the commission is going to be 4%, so 0.04 times the sales of $1,485. Okay, so the percent, the commission rate times the sales. Okay, so T equals, basically you're repeating this here, 550 plus 0.04 times 1485. Simplify, T is equal to 550.04 plus 1485. By my calculations is 5940. Again, double check me, let me know if I've made a mistake. And now I add the salary plus the amount of commission earned in this scenario, and that's $609.4, or $609.40. Remember, you want to include that last zero behind the 40, because in money we always round to the near, well, not always, but we're rounding to the nearest cent here. Okay. All right, so that is the kinds of things we need to do with commission and taxes. They're basically the same type of problem. Tax, though, you compute and you add on to find out how much total you owe somebody. Commission, if you're earning a commission, that's added to your salary based on how much sales you have made in a particular situation. Okay, so you have a total of 4 quick checks. As always, please have these ready to discuss next time we meet in class. Be sure that you write down how you thought you were supposed to do the problem, or how you did the problem, so we can discuss that in class. Okay, have a good day. I'll see you soon.